Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Steredenn, and we're just gonna head straight into this. I actually recently got a new phone, and I've been spending most of today pretty much just setting it up and re-downloading most of all my apps. I was actually having a bit of trouble like trying to get it rooted, which was kind of a shame, but ultimately it wasn't that much of a big deal because I guess our connection is fast enough to actually download stuff. Because basically I was using titanium root before, and I basically had a backup of everything on my old phone, like all of my apps and everything. But yeah. So I mean, I like most of the tutorials I looked up. I was just okay. I should probably come on. There we go. All right, gunbots. Gunbots, solid weapon. I've been getting used to using gunbots for a while, and just bots in general, and they have their advantages and disadvantages. So overall, I'm pretty content with this selection. So yeah, this bot is kind of pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna keep talking back about my phone. I actually bought my phone secondhand off eBay, and it came looking a little worse for the wear, but I mean otherwise, and from memory it was it was like basically about a year old, but ultimately it's still working very well, and that's pretty much all I care about, because it's aesthetics is nice and all, but I'm not gonna be too I'm not gonna be too critical about it. So yeah, I thought I'd just get the upgrade for my bots because it's probably easier just to work with something that you have than something that you don't. So at this stage it's probably easier just to like focus on the bots and just get 2 upgrades, and that means I can basically focus on getting up like everything else, just basically the other upgrades really. So yeah, that just makes my life a little bit easier in that sense, but hopefully, yeah, it looks like my gunbots are already doing good work already, so I'm pretty happy. So, my new phone is a second-hand Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and I basically, I was prior to that, I was using the Samsung Galaxy Note 1, so it was already like 5 years old, and some of the things I was wanting to do was, not quite there anymore. So, ooh, reflector, not with gunbots unfortunately. I would definitely use the reflector if I had like a more powerful like primary shooting weapon. So that will have to pass for now. We'll just do a couple of gunbots to take care of these guys, and they are definitely doing good work. Alright. So where was I? So the main reason I wanted to upgrade my phone was that I basically need like a device for recording in 1080p in 60 FPS, and my first thought was actually to like get okay, what does this guy do? Alright, that's pretty straightforward, so I'll just dodge. So yeah, and at the same time I needed a phone upgrade, but I wasn't really like thinking too much about it. Then but it was like when I complained about it on Facebook, and so someone was like, couldn't you just use your phone to do that? And I was like, hey, now that's an idea. So yeah, I did a bit of phone research. I just figured out what kind of phone I wanted, and then figured out my budget, all the usual tech stuff. So, and then yeah, it was like about a week of like hunting on eBay until I finally won one at a price point that I was happy with. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to some of the later projects I'm hoping to do. So okay, I'll just take a sip of my coffee while we look at the it's either 2 health points or bullet odor cannon, because I'm a bit apprehensive about the bullet odor cannon, because like I might get a weapon better than the blaster. So yeah, I think I'll go with the health points. So because I want to see what weapons I get to replace my blaster with before I actually before I actually start investing in upgrades for it. But yeah, for now gunbots are pretty good. So yeah, it's just mostly the primary weapon that I need to figure out first. Alright, we need it. Yay! Ooh, yeah, pretty powerful. Alright, just gotta keep moving and don't go back on myself. Oh, yeah, things like that. We really could use a new weapon. New primary weapon. Sorry. Okay, so these guys, yep, they pack a mean punch. And, oh, I guess my boss is doing work. Alright. And there we go. Let's spam a few more gumbots. Please make this a good one. Oh. Not quite lucky this time around, but what can you do? Alright. Oh. But yeah, I'm a bit bummed, but we'll make it through. I mean, the first three bosses are pretty easy, so I'm still not all that worried at the moment. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he's still a bit annoying. So, but I'm not gonna complain too much. So yeah, back to the fight. So tomorrow I'm planning on testing like the actual like video capturing abilities, so it will be really interesting to take a look at. And because I've got like some plans to do like some actual like real life video recording and just sort of just putting videos together in that aspect. So, and of course I'm not going to tell you what these plans are because they're kind of a secret at the moment. Though they probably don't really have any reason to be a secret. It's more like, I just don't really announce what I'm going to do before I'm doing it. Because it's because actually doing that kind of thing is actually a motivation killer for me. So I know it kind of sounds a bit silly, but part of the main reason is that I'm not someone who it's like if I tell people I'm gonna do something, then it's not easy for me to like uphold responsibility to them in that regard. So yeah, it just feels kind of a bit silly, really. So, wonder how many of my gumbots will survive. Nope, that was... haven't quite figured out the timing to actually... But... No matter. I mean, this boss is still pretty easy, so I'm really not too worried about sort of like optimizing my performance on him at the moment, so... It's really the later bosses that I still haven't quite completely like furnished yet, so I'm still sort of figuring things out. Alright, let's try and get behind him. That gives us a nice wide berth to spam gunbots, and yeah, so far so good. Alright, what do we have? We've got... Oh man, really not that lucky this run. This shockwave on collision or I think we're gonna go for damage reduction. Actually, this mixture of instant coffee is actually pretty decent. Yeah. So it's mostly depletion mainly because I just feel like what's the best way to do this? What's the best way to say it? Yeah, it's mostly because, like, in my experience, I find myself, it's mostly, okay, just let me, okay, my brain just kind of short-circuited for a second there, but, yeah, it's mostly, like, the collisions is, when they do damage, they do a lot of damage, so it's kind of a pain in that sense. Alright, please give me a good weapon. What do we have to do? Not the best, but it's better at least, and at least I've got the CC effect. So that was crap. Alright, really must try and avoid damage now. Alright, let's try and get some good shots in here. Oop. And yep, so far so good. And let's block this guy from being annoying. Block this guy, and we'll block these swords from coming. Oop. Oh, that was bad. Alrighty. Alright, I'm really not in it this run, which is... But, yeah, I'll keep a bit quieter and just sort of... Okay. Oh no. Yeah, so this is the kind of problem I have at the moment. It's like I'm taking too much damage during the wave, so it's as a result, it's yeah, it's so as a result, like I don't have enough HP to sort of just, you know, hold my own against this guy. So, but yeah, what I found was that I can actually use the gunbots as like a shield, so it's actually not that bad for the time being. So if I just keep sparing them, that means, like, you know, I keep. All right, so yep. So this next, so I'll just keep spamming gunbots while moving around him. And oh, there we go. And oh, and alley-oop. And alley-oop. And I really should stop tempting him. Alright, this is the part where I will most likely die. Or not. Well, not complaining. Alright, so, and up. And spam some gunbots. Oh. Ah. Yeah, I was expecting him to do another laser attack, so that's where I sort of just was not paying attention and I got a little too close. So yeah, not quite the greatest of luck there with weapons and upgrades. So but yeah, what can you do? That's kind of just RNG for you. And once I eventually get some decent weapon combo. Oh, I've got a weapon up here. Saw. Okay. Yeah, we'll make do with the saw. So we've got a contact weapon, which means we need to pair it up with a long-range weapon, or some kind of versatile weapon that like can shoot around and not just like in one direction. So something like the Hyper Blaster, for example. So yeah, the Hyper Blaster is probably the best option I can think of. So okay, so this guy is easy because, you know, I feel like I'm cheating, but alright. Come on, just... Alright, yep, there we go. Alright, what upgrade should we have? One more chance to... Oh, beauty shield when not firing. Oh boy. I'm gonna go for the shield first, because I feel that's a bit more valuable. So, yeah, it's basically now, it becomes sort of just like a timing thing. Like, I just try not to shoot all the time, and then I'll charge up the shield and that sort of thing. So, the shield's also good for, like, you know, if I just like try to get in and do damage. And because I'm still not completely 100% great with the sword, and I still end up taking contact damage. So, having the shield would be, like, really nice for just that. Alright, so, okay, so stuff like that, really. Alright. Oh, this is actually pretty good. The only problem is that homing missiles are actually quite weak, so it's probably not the yeah, and they're not so easy to spam. But what would be really nice is if I get the rockets upgrade for them. So yeah, let's hope for that. Oop. Alright. Alright, come on, homing missiles, I know you're weak. But hurry up. But, yeah, I think I'll still replace the homing missile with a Hyper Blaster if I get one. I'll just, and it's also dependent on what upgrades I get. So, my thinking right now is that if I get the rockets upgrade and I get a Hyper Blaster later, then I'll stick with the rocket upgrades. But if I get the Hyper Blaster, then, that's the other problem with the homing missiles. It's I won't get much of a chance to generate the shield because the rocket missiles, every time it's like every shot is gonna count. Whereas with something like the Hyper Blaster, there will be chances I'll be missing more often. So as a result, like there'll be moments where I can like not. Oh, okay, well I suppose this is one moment. Come on, shield. Oh, there you go. I know I'm not using much of the sword at the moment, but this isn't a boss where I can get close pretty easily, so... Right. So, yeah, that's the other... I guess that's the other conundrum I have. Oh, okay, that wasn't good. But, nevertheless, this is pretty easy to dodge. Once you know the system, so I'm not too particularly worried at the moment. And, alright, there we go. Alright, please have a good upgrade. Oh boy. Well, we'll go for contact 50 damage because it's the upgrade that benefits the weapons that we have right now. Alrighty, no crazy event or anything, so let's not worry too much about that for the time being. And we'll just chop this guy up a bit more. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go and slice him up once he... Oh, okay, well, he died pretty quickly. Alright, now I'm gonna slice those ships up once they... Oh no. That was not how I wanted... That's how I wanted to do it. Alright, Hyper Blast... Super Gun. Oh... Yeah, Super Gun's good enough. Actually, yeah, I'll go with the Super Gun. It's, each of the individual shots are quite weak, but, I think I very much prefer the spray capability, so yeah. I think it will have to do. I'll definitely still switch it out for the Hyper Blaster, but certainly right now I will consider it better than High Beam Missiles for this current loadout. So, I'm not gonna fret about it too much. Oh, that was not a good switching choice. Alright. Alright, just gonna get through. That was not a good idea. Okay, yeah, I still need practice with contact weapons. Kind of annoying, but, yeah. Okay, come on, die for me, please. Alright, what's this guy do? It's a Mark II, but I still haven't memorized the marks, so... Alright. And yeah, that's kind of one of the good things about the Super Gun, but also one of the bad things about the Super Gun as well. So it's kind of like, it's a split shot, so each shot counts less. Well, in theory. So... Oh, that was not good. Okay, we'll stop shooting for a bit, try and get the shield back up. Oh boy. Okay. But looks like our shield is back up, so let's not worry about that too much for the time being. Oop. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Always gotta be careful with the... What? Oh. Well, obviously not quite a good time for me. Nevertheless, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.